Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Cone, and the Thunder bounced back, tying up the NBA Finals one game apiece. The first Thunder Finals win in 13 years. I was in the building here at OKC for Game 2. That's why my voice is hoarse. That's why I'm in a hotel room. That's why it might be a little echoey because there's a wall here. Hopefully it's not. But incredible game. It was a statement win for Oklahoma City. Really all Thunder in this. The Pacers had a slight lead within the first quarter, but for majority of the game, it was the Thunder up 20, and the Pacers would battle back a little bit, cut it to like 13 or 14, and it's like, here comes the Pacers run, but the Thunder kept them at arm's length, winning 123 to 107, and it was really everybody on the Thunder roster. We talk about this team's depth. That is one of their superpowers in addition to that defense, and everybody showed up in one way or another, and it does start with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who, starting off his NBA Finals career, has had two of the best Finals performances of any guard ever, and that might sound like hyperbole, but today, Shai, with his 34 points joining his 38 from last game, is now the guy with the most points ever in his first two career Finals games. That clears Allen Iverson in 2001, who had 71 through his first two. Shai has 72, and he added in 5 boards, 8 assists, 4 steals, and a block. Shot 52% from the field, and this was kind of a game where Shai got almost anywhere he wanted. Like, Indiana's got good defenders, but I said coming into the series, it really didn't feel like there was any one person that could slow Shai down specifically, and that has reigned true through the first two games. Shai was getting to his spots. There were some great contests from a lot of guys in Indiana. Shai was just hitting those tough mid-range jumpers, hit a catch-and-shoot corner three, which I literally can't remember the last time that happened for him. I was hitting some tough layups. Shai was absolutely incredible. The playmaking, I felt like, was at another level in this game. They continued to play him mostly straight up one-on-one. There was a little bit of pressure. I think it was the third quarter where they sent a couple of guys and they forced a couple of turnovers and got a little bit of momentum, but Shai pretty quickly figured it out, got it to Kaysen in the middle there, and he hit kind of a little push shot, mid-range jumper, a little combination of the two. Very iHeart reminiscent to go ahead and break that, and very slowly the Pacers got out of it because the Thunder were doing a great job of breaking things down. Aaron Wiggins comes out with 5 threes, 6 of 11 shooting, 18 points. We talk about him saving basketball. He saved game 2 of the NBA Finals. There was also a possession where he literally saved the basketball from going out of bounds. So shout out to Aaron Wiggins. Even getting the Scott Van Pelt interview afterwards. Wiggins is one of those guys that had that huge leap in the middle of the season, and it's been kind of up and down in terms of his minutes, his opportunity. He doesn't play some games here in the playoffs, but through this game, I mean, he was integral to the Thunder's success. If you want to match the Indiana Pacers offensively, you're going to need guys to not only shoot, but shoot confidently and knock down those looks. Wiggins was shooting. Like, he was putting up threes as much as he could. He had a step back three. There was one possession where he missed a three, then got the ball back almost immediately and shot a second one and made it. That comes with the offensive rebounding, which the Thunder were much better at in this game, winning the rebounding battle overall. It was very reminiscent of the way the Thunder bounced back, like I said, in game 2 against the Denver Nuggets. I alluded to game 1 against Denver following that game 1 against Indiana, where the Thunder lose in heartbreaking fashion despite being in control for most of the game, and I thought to myself, the Thunder are going to come out and win in blowout fashion in game 2 in the way that it happened in the Denver series, and they didn't win as comfortably as they did against Denver, but the Thunder were in control of this one pretty much the entire night. Alex Caruso also amazing, 20 points from him, 6 of 11 shooting from the floor, 4 of 8 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Felt like he should have had a steal. I don't know how Alex Caruso ends up with these games where he literally doesn't have a steal, and I swore he could have gotten 17 of them. And then Chet and Jada. Now, Dub's efficiency wasn't quite there, but big bounce back game in terms of his aggressiveness. The Thunder as a whole did a great job of getting into the interior. The Pacers don't have an answer at the rim. Like, Miles Turner is a shot blocker. He's a big body. They've got some good guys down low, but they don't have that one rim deterring shot blocker. And the Thunder, I don't think, took good enough advantage of that in game 1, settled a little bit too much. In this game, were way more forceful, way more relentless, getting downhill and attacking, whether that was Shai, who again had a monster game, or it was Jalen Williams, who ended up shooting 5 of 14, but got to the line 9 times, and a lot of that was because he was just aggressive, getting to the basket, forcing the issue. Chet Holmgren finished 6 of 11, shooting for 15 points, 6 rebounds, a block. He was integral, especially in that first quarter. iHeart as well. We saw a little bit of double big, and it was some really good moments from the two of them. I think it's a smart move to go with in spurts. It can't be the starting lineup. I like that. We stayed with Chet at the 5 and Kaysen in that starting unit. It looked great last game. It looked great again tonight. But the double big thing worked in the short stints it had, and iHeart overall had 3 offensive boards to go with 8 boards, 4 assists. He was in his playmaking bag, had another moment where he just forced the issue when they shot off a couple of dribble handoffs. iHeart attacked the basket, and Thomas Bryant said, I'm going to go out there and try and score. Got free throw attempts out of that. Thunder as a whole really forced that issue, getting down downhill, getting to the free throw line. That was a big advantage here because the Pacers, I mean, they hit the same amount of threes as the Thunder. They shot the same amount of times. It was 82 shots from both teams. Thunder hit 3 more of them, so are more efficient in this game. But the Thunder didn't even win the turnover battle by that much. It was 15-12, but even still, I thought the Thunder did a better job defensively in this game. And I do think they dialed back the aggressiveness just a little bit, which I think is the right move because you're not going to get as many turnovers, but you're not also going to give up a million open threes for the Pacers, let them get in rhythm to the point where it's the fourth quarter and they're making that rapid comeback because everybody is seemingly on fire. In this game, the Pacers, still got up the threes the way that they like to do, and they did get some open looks, but there were a lot more semi-contested or very contested shots. It felt like a lot more where the Pacers shooter was falling off balance or they had to readjust a little bit in midair because of a late closeout. There was one possession, I think it was at the end of the first half, where Siakam had a three, like a wide open three, and he didn't even shoot because Caruso stunted a little bit that way, made him rethink it, and he just didn't get the shot off in time. Would have hit it if it was before the buzzer, but obviously was not. Just a lot better playing those gaps, staying aggressive, still trying to force the turnovers and doing the disruptive things that the Thunder defense does, but it wasn't to the point where it was detrimental, leaving out open a lot of just open threes, which is what you need to do against Indiana. There is nobody on this team that is going to just wreck the Thunder one-on-one. Haliburton is really good, but he's not going to beat this Thunder defense all by himself. Force him to play one-on-one, play those gaps, if you can get some turnovers, force those mistakes, do so, and they did it a number of times against Haliburton in this game, but don't let them get those shooters going from three, like Nesmith hit some shots, but Obi Toppin in this one, a lot worse from the outside, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 4 from Andrew Nembhard, 1 of 5 from Miles Turner, 1 of 4 from Pascal Siakam, basically had 14 threes, and 4 of them came from Aaron Nesmith. Everybody else had 1, or Haliburton had 3, and he really tried to get going in the fourth quarter when it was a little bit too late. Speaking of that, weird decision from Rick Carlisle to pull the starters down 17 with 4 minutes left. That is a huge margin to try and come back from. But that's kind of the Pacers' whole thing. They came back from down 7 multiple times in the last minute of games. They have shown an ability that's been their kind of MO. So to not even try in game 2 of the finals to make some type of run, at least give it another minute. Johnny Furphy came to the scores table with 4:30 left in the game. And I was are they just going to throw in the towel? And they did, which I really don't understand. I don't think they were going to come back, but you might as well give it a little bit of a try. And for the Pacers in this game, it was just a lot worse of a shooting night. Again, I think the Thunder played a lot better defensively. They did take care of the ball a lot better, a lot more of the ball security we saw from Indiana in the second half as opposed to the first half, and they're going to need to continue to do that if they want to continue to fight really hard with the Thunder in this series, if they want to try and take the next 2 or 1 of 2 in Indiana, get it back to OKC up 3-1 or tied 2-2. Nembhard, I thought, played great defensively a lot of times on Shai. It just ultimately wasn't enough. Siakam, 3 of 11 shooting. I feel like the Thunder did a good job of forcing him away from the basket, forcing a lot more of those tougher jumpers, which Siakam has been capable of hitting. The Pacers as a whole have just been unstoppable offensively in these playoffs, but I feel like the Thunder did a good job of forcing them into a little bit more uncomfortable looks. Miles Turner continues to just torch, had 16 points, had a poster dunk. I'm not even going to lie, he had a huge poster dunk against Isaiah Hartenstein. That was incredible. There's a photo out there that I probably won't put in this video because I'm going to gatekeep it because it was against my guy, but you can find it out there. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I think that's what I've got for the most part. As a Thunder fan, I feel very good coming out of game 2. Obviously would like to be up 2-0, that would be the dream, but the Thunder, to me, have looked like the better team pretty clearly through the first 2 games outside of the last few minutes of game 1, which obviously is all you need if you're the Indiana Pacers to steal that win. The Pacers are in a great spot. I mean, they stole one in Oklahoma City. That's all they could have asked for. But also as a Thunder fan coming out of game 2, I'm feeling good. This team just needs to go out there and get at least 1 in Indiana, and I feel fantastic. I would love to see them get both and have a chance to close the series in game 5 in Oklahoma City. We'll see if that's the way it goes, but I mean, Shai was continuously unbelievable. He's going to have to continue to be, and I expect him to be. This Indiana defense, I just don't think is an answer for the Pacers. The way to win is to just shut off the other guys. Don't let Dub and Chet get going. Don't let Wiggins and Caruso be big impact players. Dort had 5 threes in game 1. The Thunder are going to need depth guys to continue to step up. I mean, even Kenrich Williams, who played only 7 minutes and didn't score a single point, he finished up with a plus-minus of 15. He was unbelievable in his minutes. Isaiah Joe only played 6 minutes, 27 seconds, but had a crazy reverse layup. Really everybody contributed. This is what the depth of the Thunder does for them, is that, there might not be those hyper reliable role players at times. There's some bigger ups and downs with some of the Thunder depth guys, but when it clicks, it really clicks, and it at least gives you options. If one guy's having a bad night, someone else is likely to step up, and that's the way it's been all season. The Thunder, continue to not lose back-to-back games in the playoffs. That's why I was so confident. That's why I tweeted. That's why I said in my Game 1 video that the Thunder were going to even this thing up, and they did. Also, now I personally have won 12 straight games, or I've seen 12 straight wins in person, whether it's at OKC or wherever. Just if I'm in the building when the Thunder are playing, they've won 12 straight times. So maybe I'll have to get myself out to Indiana. I don't know if I really want to get crazy with that, but maybe it's a possibility. But yeah, for the moment, I think that's all I've got for Game 2. Huge Thunder win. I'm feeling great. The energy in the building was unbelievable. So happy I finally got to see a Thunder finals game, because the last time they were there, I was 12 years old, so I didn't see that happen. But yeah, huge win. Got to go out there, get at least one in Indiana. Hopefully can find a way to get both. Credit to the Pacers for continuously fighting. The one thing with Indiana is you never really feel safe. Like, they would cut it to 14 or 13, or even when we're up like 17 in the fourth quarter, I'm still like, get me a couple more buckets and close this thing out. That team just has some of the craziest clutch gene I've ever seen. Like, people talk about the magic that the Pacers have. I've never seen anything like it. They're a very scary team, but Thunder get a big win in Game 2. Let me know what you thought about it. What were your biggest takeaways? What are some things I maybe didn't mention? What do you think Game 3 and 4 are going to look like? What is it going to be coming back to Oklahoma City for Game 5? Would love to hear your thoughts. But for the moment, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later. Real one, safe back.